More from the battle tree. So let's see what goes wrong. I have about 3 battles queued up right now, and we just get to see how this plays out. So Araquanid, Bisharp, what's going to happen? We got Bisharp with the Night Slash onto Araquanid. Araquanid can tank that up, goes for the Aqua Ring, got that sustain going. So I don't think that Bisharp is where this is going to go wrong. We gotta wait and see how bad it ends up going. You know, it doesn't go bad immediately. You just get that one troll Pokemon in the middle or the end. That's where everything starts going terribly. So the opponent just, this is the 11th battle. You're not expecting like insane high level play. It's just going to be a Bisharp spamming Night Slash until whatever's in front of it dies. That's tankier than it has any right to be though. Like that liquidation should do more with the water bubble, but there we go. So going to be gaining a little bit from the leftovers and the Aqua Ring and Bisharp. Oh, the withdrawal. Okay, never mind. It looks like the battle tree is stepping it up as we go into the Gyarados. Getting dim reads right there. Oh no. Oh no. If this is what I think it is, and there's going to be like continuous switches to use the Intimidate, that would be like the most dirty thing the battle tree could ever do. But yeah, the liquidation already a little behind right now. You know, it's going to be resisted. It's not going to do anything. You have the Aqua Ring set up, so there's like, it's really painful to kind of give that up. But the Dragon Dance from the Gyarados, it means things are about to get urgent right there. So throwing out the liquidation onto the Gyarados. Not a lot of damage after the Intimidate. Maybe there's a Scald, but I mean, we've already seen Protect Aqua Ring. I hope that there's a Scald or something, or a Leech Life, but Leech Life isn't going to work either. Yeah, this isn't looking good for the Araquanid. Maybe Toxic if things are going this bad. Like, I don't think I put Aqua Ring in my guide, because I don't like the idea of Aqua Ring in general, but we're going to see where this goes. So Liquidation, I mean, Liquidation can work. If we get that defense drop into a crit, maybe something will happen. But that's just going to be more stats for the Gyarados. There's no Scald either, so there's no chance for that burn. Oh boy. Gyarados is just going to sit in there and keep going for it. There's the Aqua Tail, but Gyarados doesn't have any good damaging options. That's going to be resisted. That's going to be a Liquidation in return. So +2 on the Gyarados, not going to 2-hit KO. Liquidation's getting close. Oh, there's the Finch drop. That should do it. That means the next one will be the KO. So the Gyarados setup looks like it's going to be fine in the end. And I think this might actually be a turn. Yeah, like, if you protect, and then you get another 8th out of the, yeah, if you get another 8th out of the Aqua Ring plus the leftovers, and if Gyarados doesn't go for Dragon, oh my goodness. The reads! The battle tree with the reads! It wanted the damage. It realized it wasn't enough, and then it took the free Dragon Dance. That's some strangeness right there. Okay. I did not expect that, but it still shouldn't be enough damage to KO. Like, after all that healing, even after the Dragon Dance, diminishing returns and whatnot, and into Thunder Wave. And into the Thunder Wave for the Gyarados. So we have Aqua Tail, Thunder Wave, Dragon Dance, new meta. And of course, because it is the battle tree, it will be that first turn paralysis. So, not even a wasted turn. Like, normally we're throwing down the status like that, something could go wrong. But Gyarados sitting in there with those status moves, showing the finest of RNG, and getting another Is this what's going to happen? Is this going to be real right now? Like, is Araquanid going to get paralyzed? Oh, good. I was about to say, if Araquanid got paralyzed, and then the Gyarados, like, crit an Aqua Tail, I would expect nothing less. I would expect nothing less from the battle tree. But we got over it. Araquanid, though, it's paralyzed. It's at full health. It's got that free setup, but it is paralyzed. And now this is where things are going to get interesting, because we're running low on liquidations. Like, we've used it a couple times right now. So we're going to have to go and finish off two-shot the Bisharp as it sets up a taunt. What is this battle tree? And Araquanid gets paralyzed, so no free damage. What is the battle tree, guys? Into the Night Slash. So, decent damage. Liquidation. Return right there. Can't use the Protect, can't use anything. But I mean, we have the Liquidation, we have the damage, and of course, Citrus Berry tank Bisharp coming in hot right now. So, after the Night Slash damage, like, whatever the opponent's doing, you know, there's just so much healing coming across with the leftovers, with the Aqua Ring, that it's just sitting in there. Bisharp with that Night Slash, though, like, crit doesn't even matter. Like, it's good damage, but it's not going to be an insane amount. Unless Araquanid gets paralyzed, like, several turns in a row. That could be a problem. We're still 2-hit KOs with these liquidations, and we still haven't even seen the last Pokemon. I don't remember it from battle screen either, because I screwed up the recording, and my voice cracked when I did the opening, and then I just had to start it off when the battle was beginning. GG. So there's a Night Slash. Oh, Araquanid paralyzed once again. Now this is intense. I just want to see where this battle's gonna go. Like, is Araquanid going to sweep? Or after all of this struggle, after finally wearing down the Bisharp, like, there's just a Pokemon sitting in there that one-shots the rest of the team. The Night Slash, it's chipping away. Araquanid! Is that 3 turns in a row of paralysis? That is 3 turns in a row of paralysis. Alright, alright. So that's 1 and 4 to the 3rd power. Are we gonna go 1 and 4? Okay. I want to see a crit. I want to see a paralysis. I want to see another crit. Alright, there's the Night Slash. That's good damage right there. Araquanid, it gets out of it though. It's out. It's free. There's a liquidation. Now it could be enough to take out the Bisharp. We've seen the tankiness. Defense drop. It's coming in. The Defiant! The Defiant! Oh no! It's over! It's over! That's not good. The paralysis makes it slower. The time you don't want any stat drop. The time you don't want any stat drop. Araquanid gets paralyzed. Can't protect. Can't get the extra health. Night Slash. Going to get that damage, and Araquanid goes down. No crit. Like, if it was a crit, we would have always been guessing, but there it is. All right, now we have Incineroar. How's this matchup going to go? Incineroar, just straight Earthquake. All right, we don't have to worry about Bisharp. No Sucker Punch cheese from Bisharp. No crazy outspeed, because it seems to be, you know, tank investment or something. All right, the opponent's got one more. One more, and it's an Umbreon. Oh, the Umbreon stall is about to get real, isn't it? Incineroar has a Leech Life. I mean, it's a super effective hit. Incineroar's got some good damage. But Umbreon is just too disgustingly filthy of a tank. And it's Confuse Ray. Let it begin. Just keep piling those hacks, game. Just keep piling those hacks. So, man, the Battle Tree battles just last forever. Like, the bottom screen says there's almost 40 turns, and we're just now halfway there. This is halfway through, so it's just going to be the sickest Umbreon stall. And it just does the preemptive Moonlight as well. Opponent's confused, throws out the Moonlight anyways. Scumbag Umbreon. So that's going to be like the timer, I guess, that when Umbreon finally runs out of Moonlight. But Incineroar, hitting itself twice in confusion. Umbreon has payback, so it's Confusion payback, or Confuse Ray payback. Moonlight, I'd imagine Curse, but it might have something else other than the Curse, which is kind of weird to think about. Like, if it had Curse, this game would be over. You set up several Curses, and then you win. Alright, Incineroar's done. It's not messing around anymore. Screw the Leech Life. Let's get that Flare Blitz in there. But it does about the same amount of damage. Flare Blitz, 120, plus stab neutral. That's just going to be like 20 less power than the super effective Leech Life. So you're actually hurting yourself on top of that one. And the leftovers heals a little hit points. I mean, there's no winning this. Like, Umbreon, all it has, like, yeah, the Leech Life is about the best option. So I guess if you want to add damage, you Flare Blitz, Leech Life, try to get the most out of it, then you heal up from the Flare Blitz. I guess that can work. Umbreon, though, it took the damage. It's going to pay back, and that damage coming back is not a lot. Umbreon does have the sickest damage. I mean, if you can confuse the opponent, have them hit themselves, chip away a little bit. I mean, at least it's not toxic. At least it's not Curse. Like, there's so much that could go wrong. There's a Leech Life with the Incineroar. Umbreon takes the hit. And is it Moonlight? Or is it Confuse Ray? Moonlight. Okay, so it's got the Moonlight. Yeah, the opponent's playing this one so bad, too. Like, I don't know if this is just how silly Umbreon is, because Umbreon's just a ridiculous Pokemon, or what, because the matchup just is not working out. Like, if he wanted to, you know, lay on more confusion. Like, the payback isn't working at all. That you want to make sure Incineroar's always confused. You want to be Moonlighting at better ranges. But yeah, like, Umbreon's just completely safe right there. Like, it takes up the next hit. Oh, it is Curse! It is Curse Umbreon! Finally! It gave you a chance. I'm sorry, bro. Umbreon gave you a chance. It said, you know what? I'm gonna give you like 6 turns. If you don't end me in 6 turns, it's done. You know, this is only 11 in the battle tree. This is only the 11th battle, so we can't expect it to be any more challenging than it needs to be. Also, If Umbreon doesn't go for Moonlight, like, it can survive. Like, after leftovers, it'll survive. Yep, there's a Confuse Ray. So even... Maybe the Flare Blitz would take it out. Like, that was a Leech Life, so maybe the Flare Blitz would take out the Umbreon. But, I mean, it depends on the damage rolls and whatnot. The leftovers healing it up. It has that +1, so I'm very confident that would survive on that +1 defense. Are we going to find out, or will we never know? Oh, there's a Flare Blitz. Okay. This is ridiculous, because, yeah, then Umbreon, it survives it with ease. That's good survival right there. That's just the curse. That's going to be Moonlight. Like, I would back-to-back Moonlight. He's confused. You just get to stay healthy. Set up, like, 20 more curses. End it with a payback. And now the Leech Life. After that curse, the Leech Life is healing less. And the Flare Blitz just hurts so much, trying to go for that finish right there. I mean, at 3 curse, like, that's all it would take. And Incineroar hits itself in confusion. Does a little bit of damage to itself. Has some good hits behind it. You know, that's a good amount of attack on the Incineroar. So that confusion will add up, and double Moonlight. Back up to full health. And it's like a 4 or 5 hit KO Pokemon at this range. It's like, especially with the leftovers, that's like 5 hits. So, Leech Life, going to try to grab some health back. Yep, it might even be a 6-hit KO. It might even be a 6-hit KO. So the matchup, Umbreon, just so good. Alright, if anything, this is just a showcase of Umbreon. Go out, send me some Umbreon submissions. Because I don't think, it hasn't been on Fan Fridays in like 80 episodes. I used to spam Umbreon Fan Fridays, because it does this. Umbreon's good. It has an insane special defense. It runs the curse set, and then it wins forever. So Incineroar coming out. Delmise. What's the Delmise? Oh, no. But it has payback. That's a +1 payback. Yeah, if Delmise hits it, Delmise dies. Because then payback does more damage. And I don't know what Delmise has in return. Power Whip. I mean, it is more damage than the Flare Blitz. But it's not much. And there's the payback. Okay, Delmise is gone. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. There's just no stuff. Yeah, like I said, the last Pokemon's just enough to clean out the entire team, so it doesn't matter in the end. And that's exactly what's happening. So Incineroar's back in. Kind of weakened. What does Umbreon want to do? Like, if I was Umbreon, even though we know the battle tree isn't playing this way, you know, you curse it. You curse twice, you Moonlight, and then you take it out. And then payback would be a KO. Maybe two paybacks after the Leech Life. But if there's a Flare Blitz or hits itself in confusion, then it's completely done. Man, I've been hearing like nasty things, like the battle tree intentionally stalls you. That, you know, Umbreon could have ended this battle like 10 turns ago if it really wanted to, if it just started out. But no, he's screwing around the Confuse Ray, using payback when the damage doesn't matter. It's just not a lot. Yeah, there's a Moonlight. Moonlight when it's already very safe on hit points. You don't need to Moonlight that range. Incineroar has to hit you 3 times before you even need to Moonlight. Slow battle. Drawing it out. Incineroar. There's a Flare Blitz. I mean, Flare Blitz into payback. And then, like, double payback finishes right now. Double payback finishes. But Umbreon hits that curse. Doing less damage. Oh. It's so terrible. So filthy. Man, I wasn't expecting this to take this long. I wanted to show like three battle trees. But we'll see. We'll keep going. So Incineroar has Leech Life. How's Umbreon feeling about that Leech Life? It's confident. You know, we're at that point where Umbreon's like an 8-hit KO. Like, you need to back-to-back crit a Flare Blitz or something to even stand a chance. That's the Confuse Ray. Umbreon's dragging this one out like a scumbag. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, Incineroar. I mean, the only thing you can do is Leech Life and try to, like, get slight amounts back to you. Did we run out of Leech Life? Has the battle gone on that long that it's out of Leech Life? Earthquake does nothing. Umbreon throws out the curse. Umbreon is like, alright, no more fooling around. Let's get the curse. Let's wait for that Flare Blitz turn. Let's hit that payback, and let's end this game. Man. Filthy. Filthy right here. I'm gonna have commentary, man. I'm gonna have commentary, guys. Like, this battle just needs to end. See, Incineroar hit itself in confusion. That's damage. Umbreon goes for another curse, though. Why isn't it hitting the payback? It's over. It's over. Why is it going for it now? I don't understand. I feel like the battle tree is like trying to give the opponent a chance, but it doesn't realize what it's doing because the only status move Umbreon has makes the battle last longer. It makes the battle impossible to win. That's a Leech Life. Boom. Leech Life. How much damage did that do? We can actually see 90 heal to 100. That did 20 damage. And there's the payback. Is that the one-hit KO? Is that the drop? No! Incineroar is too tanky. That's actually kind of ridiculous. Like, I thought you could just two-shot it after that +3, but apparently Umbreon needed the +4. Who knows? Incineroar, is it going to finish itself by hitting itself in confusion? Oh, 4 health. But that's the payback. And Umbreon decides this game is over right now. Ah. Dude, that would hurt. Like, it took... How long was that? 14 minutes to commentate this battle? Actually, like, selecting... You're in that for 20 minutes, and then you still lose. I would just leave. I know you've got a streak build up, but that's gambler's fallacy right there. That you just cut the loss. You cut the loss once you realize it's done. Like, unless you get back-to-back Flare Blitz crits, which isn't happening. There it is. All right, let's go on to the next one, guys, because the next one, like, what does this one say? It says even more battle tree BS. Seriously, made me rage so hard. So I think I'm just going to show these two. Like, if this one ends really fast, then I guess I'll show the other one. But yeah, I don't want to be here for like 40 minutes just for some battle tree failures. Like, we'll do these battle tree RNG abuse unfairness. You know, we'll get there. And we should find the battle code right here. Boom. Rotom and Chandelure against Tapu Koko. Ooh, like that's a lot of that's a lot of electric right here that we see. Tapu Koko. Oh no, it's a preschooler. The ultimate insult. So we see Tapu Koko. We also see the Xurkitree, and it's going to be leading the Venusaur. I mean, Venusaur just wins that. Venusaur just wins that matchup. Koko pops. Alright. Because Venusaur likes Sludge Bomb, and then Tapu Koko has no damaging options. So yeah, switch that. Nature's Madness. Or you can try to cut. Alright, let's see what silliness, you know, Venusaur, it's probably not going to take that opportunity. Yeah, Venusaur just sets up the Ingrain. Sets up the Ingrain, because why not finish off the opponent when you're playing on the battle tree? Select your terrain, nutrients being absorbed, Volt Switch, so popping out with a little bit of damage. Alright, Nature's Madness in the Volt Switch. Venusaur's around half. We got the Ingrain pulling it back up, but we got free damage right there, and then we go into... Are these all mascots? Are these all mascot names? Toxic. Alright. So we have Toucannon. Gonna be a little behind. I'm actually wondering what's gonna happen because Toucannon's slow. Like, if this is speedy Venusaur, that'd be pretty ridiculous. There's the Toxic right there. Will Toucan Sam do the work? Will it put in the work right here? That's the Beak Blast. And Venusaur has Leech Seed. Oh, there's the Avoid into Beak Blast. Alright. That's gotta be over right there. Yep. Venusaur will go down. So, not too bad. Not too bad for the Toucannon. Poison's going to affect... If that was Leech Seed, though, that could suck. Because, yeah, everything's going to start adding up right there. And Rotom. Oh, Rotom just comes in and blocks that. We have the Rock Blast, though. Rock Blast could be some good damage onto the Rotom if it was running that. But maybe it's choiced on the Toucan. And now we go back into Tapu Koko. What's Tapu Koko going to do? And what's that Electro Ball going to do for Rotom? Yeah, it's like the Battle Tree doesn't even want to win. Battle Tree doesn't even try to win. But it just wins. So that's going to be a little bit of leftovers on the Tapu Koko. Nature's Madness. You know, Nature's Madness Volt Switch. Like, that actually works. Seems to be a nice little combo. With the leftovers, like, is this something... I wouldn't say tank Tapu Koko because it doesn't look like that. But yeah, it's putting its own work. And that's an ominous win, guys. Uh-oh. Real game. Real game. Rotom just gained stats. Like, Rotom's outspeeding everything now. Can it catch a Tapu Koko after that +1? It should. Electricity is going to disappear from the battlefield. Rotom's got stats. Is it going to go for another one? No. Okay, so I don't even know what the investment is on that Rotom. But switching... Oh, and a Citrus Berry. Switching, though, is going to be very dangerous. That Rotom's at +1. It has high speed. It could throw out anything that it wants. The Ominous Wind, though, if we go into the Toucannon, could get absorbed right there. And it will be the Circuitry. Double team! The Battle Tree just did it! The Battle Tree's going for it! That's Electro Ball! Double team! Ominous Wind Rotom! Double team Rotom! It happened! Alright, Circuitry wants this done. That's not good. That is not good. Is that Shattered Psyche? What is this? What is this Circuitry? Oh, Z Hypnosis. Z Hypnosis is gonna miss? Fail. GG right there. Oh, you put it all down. What does Z Hypnosis give? What's the benefit of that one? Oh, does it reset their stats? That'd be interesting. Ominous Wind. Yo, that's start. And he gets it again! Back-to-back Ominous Wind boosting! It's done. Your life is over now. There is no saving this. The Rotom has double special attack, +2 on the evasion, double speed, Ominous Wind, just wrecking everything. Here comes Toucan Sam. I mean, the Electro Ball. Is Electro Ball as if you're faster, right? Oh no, and he just doesn't even go for it. Doesn't even need to finish off the Toucannon. Keeps taking the evasion. That's a Brick Break. Brick Break's gonna land. But Rotom has defenses too. Like, there's no stopping it once that Ominous Wind gets going. There's no stopping it. And the poison's gonna start adding up here. Will Rotom finally take the damage? Double T. It's just like the Umbreon. It's like the opponent wants to give you a chance, but they don't realize that the non-damaging option just makes it harder. Brick Break. Uh-oh. Rotom's in dangerous. Rotom is in danger. Is there enough here? Like, Toucan Sam with that poison. Will the Rotom go for it again? No, Rotom decides to end it right here with that Electro Ball. So, boom! That's going to be destruction, and that's going to be Toucannon going down. Is it done? Are we going to see, like, the Ominous Wind finish onto the Tapu Koko? Impossible luck right here from that. Like, the Rotom Snowball. Like, you just couldn't respond to it fast enough. And there's the Ominous Wind, and that's going to be game. What is this preschooler going to say? What is the condescending remark at the end right here? I knew my big brother was great. Oh, dang. I thought, there's so many backhanded comments they have. But there we go, guys. Battle Tree. That Rotom, though. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. I love these Battle Tree submissions, though. Like, I never got this many Battle Maisons that went totally wrong. Battle Tree is, like, the hardest it's ever been. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until it happens to you. I'm Verlis, and this is my Battle Tree story, and oh my goodness, this is one of the most ridiculous battles I've had in my entire life, and what ends up, like, every little bit of this is unbelievable, guys. I don't know. So, I was bringing Togekiss, because Togekiss was working on the battle spot, and I was thinking, yo, I can just slay the opponent's entire teams pretty easily. Then they start bringing all rock types for the 6th one, so I gotta switch out Togekiss. Tyrantrum is way too strong, but the opponent was thinking the same thing. I gotta switch out my Tyrantrum. Togekiss is too strong, and we both go into Barbaracle. I don't know if there's even odds that could be calculated to justify what just happened. So he uses Stone Edge, it misses. That's fair, I get my Shell Smash. That's going to be GG easy against Barbaracle right there. So that's where I go and just get ready for that Earthquake. So we can see right here that I'm getting those stats. I throw out the Earthquake, and the Barbaracle dodges it. So it's gotta have a Bright Powder, and then it gets a Shell Smash for itself, and then it wins the speed tie. So that's pretty much what's going to happen here after we go through all the crazy stat boosting and whatnot. Just takes a while to go through all that. So yeah, I don't even get a chance. Barbaracle just outspeeds me, hits the Stone Edge, and then that's going to go and KO my Barbaracle because I have -1 defense now. So there's nothing I can do about that. I bring in my Aegislash because I'm thinking, well, he's at -1. That's going to be the freest Sacred Sword ever, and also I can get some Swords Dance, deal with Tyrantrum, and then we're going to be good to go. Unfortunately, I wasn't expecting the Razor Shell, so I didn't King Shield right there. That was probably like one of the misplays that cost me this battle. I was like, yo, just Sacred Sword it. Oh, never mind. Sacred Sword's gonna miss right there. Okay, so this is where I decided to go for the King Shield spam. Because if I, King Shield, he Razor Shells, and then I get into my Figgy Berry, and it works out. Like, the play goes good. I feel like I can absolutely bring this battle back. I know that Aegislash can KO the Barbarical easily. It can KO the Tyrantrum easily. If I just play around with these like Swords Dances and King Shield and stuff for a couple of turns, I'll hit +6, and then I can Shadow Sneak. The opponent doesn't stand a chance. Like, it's absolutely over right there. Now, one interesting thing I'm going to mention now, that's kind of like forewarning that you guys might already be aware of, when an opponent switches, whenever the AI switches, it's because it doesn't have a damaging move against that Pokemon. So I'm wondering what that other Tyrantrum move is. I'm like, okay, does it really just have Earthquake as an offensive move? What could be going on here? So I get a defense drop, but that isn't really too bad. I end up getting like all my combos and all my stats right here. So I was able to drop the Barbarical low enough, and then I go for the offensive, and that is going to be a Sacred Sword with a lot of damage behind it, and it actually lands. But that's 2 Bright Powders right there for the Barbarical. So the dodges were pretty nuts. And this is where my heart kind of just sinks, because like, okay, here's Tyrantrum. I can deal with this. I just have to go into that stance change, get my King Shield up, and then just hit it with the Sacred Sword, and we're going to be all right. So that's going to be a thing that happens, and then I don't even remember what Tyrantrum did. Yeah, that's right, Tyrantrum did the Earthquake. So I was thinking, oh, Earthquake confirmed. Okay, that means I could switch into my Togekiss if I wanted to. So that's going to be my Aegislash changing form, going into Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword misses, and he goes for a Stealth Rock on that turn. I don't know if that's luck, if the opponent's trying to give it to me, or what just happened. He did a damaging move, then he went for that. I outsped, and then Sacred Sword is going to miss again. So he is running a Bright Powder on one Pokemon, and a Lax Incense on the other. And Sacred Sword misses twice in a row off that 10% while I had the outspeed, and because of it, I die. Togekiss comes in. I'm thinking, alright, Togekiss, just go and clean off this Tyrantrum. Gonna be easy right there. I take a lot from the Stealth Rocks, but we'll be fine. And then he switches out, which is another red flag. What is going on here? Goes into the Rampardos. Alright, maybe I can deal with the Rampardos. So this Rampardos switch helps me out quite a bit, because that's gonna be free damage. And then that means I just need to get a couple of flinches, and it's going to be enough. So that's gonna be the Air Slash right there. And it looks like whenever you hacks the battle tree hacks his back. So I get my flinch right there. I'm going for these Air Slashes, and I actually get the back-to-back flinch. So Rampardos survives, just enough health. Oh wait, never mind. I don't know. I got the miss. That's what ended up saving me. So yeah, I got the flinch, the land, Rock Slide misses, and then Rampardos goes down anyway. So we made our survival that we needed, and that kind of happened right there. So that brings in Tyrantrum. Since he's been switching out his Tyrantrum, that means he has no damaging moves, so Togekiss should be able to win this one. So Togekiss should be able to win this one against the Bright Powder Double Team Tyrantrum. So I get Air Slash, and I'm thinking, that's doable. That's maybe a 4-hit KO. And then we see another Double Team come through from the Tyrantrum. I was like, I needed a flinch. I need him to not be gaining these stats right here. So Air Slash is going to miss. Actually, I need a counter right here for how many times Air Slash misses, because this is the rest of the battle right here. He's only on like 2 or 3 Double Teams. I should have a chance of landing, except Air Slash misses for a second time. He gets another Double Team. I wish my luck was this good when I was running Double Team or Minimize, that normally the opponent doesn't start missing until I get like my second Minimize or something like that. Oh, by the way, Air Slash is going to miss again right here, as he decides to go for the +6. This is where I start feeling worried, because I still have a lot of damage to do to that Tyrantrum, and I have not landed a hit in a very long time, as he goes for another Double Team. So it's very clear that the Tyrantrum has 0 damaging moves against me. He has an Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Double Team, and some other move. By the way, I missed again. He is now at like +6 on the Double Team, so he can't really do much more, but it doesn't matter because I missed again. And then we reveal the magical 4th move that has forced Tyrantrum switch up to this point. Oh, by the way, I missed again. So it's all Dragon Tail, it's Earthquake, it's just stuff that isn't going to work, and I miss again. So, for those of you guys keeping track, I've missed, what was that, 8, 9 Air Slashes in a row now? And that's where the bad things start happening, because I landed, well actually no, it wasn't that bad, because I had to hit the Tyrantrum, or I had to hit the Rampardos, but I missed every Air Slash until I had to struggle myself because it's Scarf Kiss. Never did I ever imagine I'd be put into a position where Scarf Kiss would get PP stalled by a double team evasion Tyrantrum with no damaging moves against my Togekiss. I can't even come up with a similar situation where that might have been a possibility. You know, just a stalling Pokemon that has stab that can't hurt me or anything like that. But there it is, guys. So, to add a little bit of extra, I wanted to say drama, but to add a little bit of extra fun to this video, I have to rematch him. I ain't going out like a chump like that. Now, there's a couple of options I could do. I'm bringing the same exact team. It looks like it forces me to bring the same. Oh wait, no, it brings all 6. Okay. So it looks like the replay is kind of broken right there. I guess he's leading the same Pokemon every time. Okay, that's fair. So at least Togekiss is in the first slot. Alright, I'm going to try to mimic this battle as close as possible. And I honestly don't know what to do. I don't know if I should try to play the Aegislash better. Hope I don't get haxed out. Or maybe if I should just try to deal with the Barbaracle. You know, let's go for this again. Because he has to withdraw. We know the Tyrantrum can't do anything. And he goes to the Barbaracle. Because who else is running Barbaracle but me and this guy? And who else is switching it on the first turn? So Aegislash is actually a good hit. So I just need to kind of keep the Barbaracle down right here. Now I also did want to get into another showdown with the Tyrantrum. And maybe I'll rig that battle as well. You know, just kind of make it to where Tyrantrum is the only Pokemon. And then it's just Togekiss. But I'm still feeling good right now. Because I'm going to play my Aegislash better. I'm going to lead King Shield. I'm going to drop his stats down to nothing. And then I won't have as much to worry about. So can we beat the Hiker? Except he switches this time. He's playing differently. I'm calling Swords Dance Sacred Sword. And praying he just doesn't randomly Dragon Tail me this turn. Good. He goes for the Stealth Rocks. His Barbaracle stayed in last time. So, I'm not really too sure. But let's do it. Let's land that Sacred Sword. I don't know. I'm at my peak of sarcasm at this point. Because after that happens, you just don't really come back from that. So now that's my Blade form, Aegislash. Not getting completely wrecked, because I do have that defensive investment, I guess. And I don't think it matters. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. I've just King Shielded to make myself feel better. Because if the Tyrantrum's Bright Powder is going to Bright Powder me, it's just going to Bright Powder me. And there's nothing I can do about that, whether I'm going for the Shadow Sneak or the Sacred Sword. So, who cares? Let's just throw that on the Shadow Sneak. That's an entertaining move right there. If the Shadow Sneak misses, then it's rigged. Actually, if the Shadow Sneak lands, if the Shadow Sneak lands, it proves that the battle tree itself is rigged. If you're just doing a normal AI battle with nothing, no stakes, yeah, it's gonna be fine. So this Rampardos, I'm thinking King Shield. I know I'm probably gonna be faster than it, but I just like to have that King Shield, and maybe I could like Swords Dance behind the King Shield after I see what move he's going for. Because if he goes for Rock Slide, totally Swords Dance, and then I'll have my Wiki Berry activate, or my Figgy Berry activate, and I'll be good. But that's a crunch. But he just -2 on the attack. So yeah, it's totally going to be me taking that Swords Dance right here. And I'm faster, which is what I expected. So I'm not going to expect Crunch to do too much, and then that should give me extra health, and then we should be fine. So now I'll outspeed, I'll land my Sacred Sword, and it's down to the Barbaracle. Now, this Barbaracle has wrecked me before on the battle tree, because it didn't do that, but it had Bright Powder, and then I missed twice when it was going for its Shell Smash setup. So naturally, I just kind of lost immediately. So we're going to see how lucky the Barbaracle can get. And also, maybe if there's no way I could lose this. But that's what I thought the last time. There's no way Aegislash can lose this. So that's going to be the Barbaracle right there. Actually, yeah, Barbaracle's weakened. You know, let's not take any chances. We're just going to Shadow Sneak. It's just going to be it right there. Okay. We got our revenge. It just doesn't... I don't feel it, though. I don't feel like I got enough... Oh, no, I didn't want to play the battle. I wanted to do the rematch. I wanted to do the reverse Togekiss showdown, or the re-Togekiss showdown. But yeah, I thought I'd feel better after beating him, but no, like, he didn't get his hacks, which I think is actually more insulting when you think about it, because it's just a battle tree. And also, that was like the second or third team that just brought hard counters to my Togekiss. So the battle tree definitely just like reads your team and hacks. Three of the hardest hitting rock Pokemon ever. Alright, so this one's gonna be different. This one is gonna be me using all of my Pokemon at my disposal just to make sure that Tyrantrum is the last Pokemon alive. And then we'll just get into the Togekiss Tyrantrum battle. And we'll see if Togekiss can pull it out. Because if I win, again, there's something fishy going on. But I still can't believe what happened earlier. Like, I got hacks in my favor. He got tons of hacks in his favor. And then things just kind of happen. So we're going to go for the Air Slash. Is he going to mix it up or do the same thing? Always into the Barbaracle against Togekiss. Always into it with this one. So, like I said, it doesn't matter. I'll just go into the Amoonguss and one-shot the Barbaracle. We'll be fine. I just really want to see what happens with this Togekiss now. Ow. Crap, though. That was a lot of damage. We should be able to Giga Drain just fine. Yeah, good. Shell Smash into my Giga Drain. Put me back up at full health. Let me wreck the Tyrantrum, or let me wreck the Rampardos. Then we can see what I was looking for words. So I know dead air is like a really bad thing. Damn. I'm gonna just put a bright powder on my Barbaracle forever now. So apparently that's the strongest thing that could ever exist. Alright. Barbaracle's got his set up. He doesn't want to switch now. Alright, I see how it is. So Barbaracle only switches if it doesn't have the Shell Smash. And that's gonna be the Razor Shell drop. So let's just go. Get our Swords Dance. Use our Sacred Sword. Oh my god, it's doing it again. See, this is the Barbaracle that took me down. Same Barbaracle that took me down. And he didn't do the double team last time. He just did damage. Now I decided not to. I don't understand what the AI chooses. Oh my goodness. Fortunately, Sacred Sword is a really, really good move to have in the battle tree because it ignores evasion boosting. It doesn't ignore the Bright Powder, but at least it ignores all those double teams. So, suck it, Barbaracle. Even though double team, Shell Smash, Bright Powder Barbaracle seems to be one of the craziest metas I've ever encountered. Actually, this should go really well. Because what I can do is I can bring in Togekiss. That means he's probably going to set up his Stealth Rocks. And then I can just do whatever I need to do to take out his Rampardos. Yep. I was able to predict the AI for a moment. This is obviously the most crowning achievement I've ever had in my entire life. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, never mind. I was like, I didn't want to Air Slash. No, I wanted to Air Slash because his Rampardos is his predictive play. This feels just. And Rampardos dodges that. Okay, then that's cool. I guess Barbaracle. Eat the hit the Razor Shell. Tyrantrum dies. Yeah, this feels like the ultimate boss challenge. KO Tyrantrum, KO double team Bright Powder Tyrantrum with only Air Slash. That's like final boss level right here. And we're gonna see if we can do it. I feel like Maximilian Dude. Oh my goodness. I don't even know the name of that berry. Pasho berry. I was about to say, I feel like Maximilian Dude, whenever he does one of his like boss challenges, I feel like I'm going, oh god, now I'm gonna botch it in front of everyone. I feel like though, I feel like the number I'm looking for is Evo Moment 34, full parry. It's either 34 or 37, but I'm putting my chips on 34. And then like the boss challenge to recreate that moment. That's what this feels like. Cause he got all those perfect dodges. Perfect parries from that Tyrantrum right there. So I'm just gonna Sacred Sword. It doesn't matter. Oh, of course. Also, while this happens, I'm gonna look up Evo Moment, and it's gonna be 34 or 37. It is 37. Damn it! I knew. That's why I was like, it's either 34 or 37. It's one of those ish 30s. And I didn't rehearse for this video at all. He protected. As long as this doesn't miss, we'll be fine. Good. I don't understand where this level of hack variance comes into play. But now it's time, guys. It's time to bring it back. Togekiss. Can it happen? I'm not even going to disgrace the Evo moment by comparing this to it. But, well, I mean, I already compared it. I'm not going to call this any kind of moment. We're just going to go for it, guys. And it's going to happen. Yeah, so I think I missed like 10 air slashes in a row. Because I had 15 PP, and then a lot of turns went by, and things happened. Tyrantrum flinches. We need the dramatic music. Tyrantrum's going to flinch, guys. Air slash is going to do it. It was only a 4-hit KO. Can we get the reverse shutdown? Oh, it begins. There's just, like, I'd understand if it landed and I didn't get the flinch. But no. How much does it take? Alright, it just takes that right there. See, I was just 3 more hits away through all these double team setups. Is it going to happen, guys? Is he going to dodge 9 more? Okay. We overcome our demons, guys. I can actually go to sleep now. And not feel... I feel good. I feel whole again. Whatever that was, it broke me. But I am now fixed. I just had to know that I did it. I could beat that Tyrantrum if I really wanted to. But at least I have the recording, because no one believed me. No one would believe Tyrantrum dodging 10 air slashes in a row to then PP stall my Togekiss. That's the Battle Tree, guys. Hope you all enjoyed my video. Hope you all enjoyed my descent into madness. And thanks for watching.